Joining us now is the Democratic Congressman Adam Smith. He's the ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee. He met with the Ukrainian President Zelensky in Kyiv last year. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you for being with us. Tell me how this became the wedge issue, how this became the thing that is holding Republicans back.
Well, as you described perfectly in your opening, we're really talking about two separate things. And let's be perfectly clear. Ukraine funding has nothing to do with the government shutdown. Nothing. It's a separate issue that we are debating. But, you know, if Kevin McCarthy wanted to pass a CR that would keep the government open without Ukraine funding, I guess, you know, he could do it if he was the Speaker of the House. Oh, wait, he is the Speaker of the House. So if he wanted to put that bill on the floor, he could put that bill on the floor. Look, the Republican plan here is to shut down the government and then try to lie their way to blaming everybody else for it. The House has not passed a CR. Meanwhile, the Senate is trying to pass a bipartisan CR, and McCarthy and his allies are recruiting Republican senators to try to undermine that effort and drag it out past the deadline. They are doing everything they can to shut down the government. So that's one. Two, on Ukraine, you described it perfectly. The Republican Party doesn't exist anymore. There is the cult of Trump. And the cult of Trump heard from their leader that we are not supposed to support Ukraine, so they're not supporting Ukraine. Now why Trump is doing that, you know, we could speculate, but the Republican Party is caving to what Trump wants, and they are going to help Putin slaughter Ukrainians as a result. And let me, one final point on this. There are a lot of Republicans, you know, I think of Mike McCall and Don Bacon and Michael Turner, who say they support Ukraine. So why don't they force a vote on a Ukraine supplemental? I mean, Matt Gaetz can just, you know, pull the puppet strings and make the House do whatever he wants. He's one person. All these people who claim they support Ukraine aren't doing it. We have the votes. We have over 300 votes to support Ukraine. So, yeah, those are the two issues, and I think you identified them perfectly.
Congressman, I want to ask you about this. Russia is a major adversary in the United States. It's an expansionist country. There's no good reason Russia has to be an adversary, but Russia has chosen a path that has caused it to be an adversary. Let's roughly say we're spending $40 billion a year on this. Europe is spending $40 billion a year on this. Every one of those missiles that works to intercept a Russian hypersonic missile is an American-made missile. There are foundries in America working 3 shifts to try and keep everybody supplied with the stuff that they need, and not a single American soldier needs to be on the ground. Someone else is putting their lives on the line to hold off America's chief adversary right now. Where are Republicans on this? Where is the national security concern? Russia is looking to take over another country, and by the way, may look to take over another country if this doesn't go Ukraine's way. And Republicans are sitting there thinking, we don't need a piece of this?
Well, you get two groups. You've got the pro-Putin caucus that Liz Cheney memorably described as the Putin wing of the Republican Party. And then you've got the cowards, the ones who agree with everything you just said, but are unwilling to stand up to Trump or Marjorie Taylor Greene or any of these people to defend the principles and the interests of the country and the world. Now, I mean, the pro-Putin wing is really interesting because people like Trump, they sort of see Putin as he presents himself as sort of a white nationalist autocrat. They're sympathetic to that, which is really frightening. But then you've got all the other people who know this is wrong, but don't have the courage to stand up to the Trump cult in their own party. That's why we are where we are.
The House Armed Services Ranking Member Adam Smith, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Congressman, I hope we can avert this shutdown. Not hopeful, but
me too.
You know,
me too. Thanks, all right.
We don't give up hope on these things. Tonight's Last Word is next.